Hello, everyone, and welcome. Glad to have you here with lots of people with us and more coming in all the time. We're going to have fun today and give away some software, but you must be on the list of people who attended the class. We're not sure what class we're going to give away or what software yet. It's going to depend on your level. To let you know that we do have a 2-day class ready for people online 24/7 that you can go to, and it's the beginning class just to get you used to what is going on here. And so we'll be going from there. We'll be doing an online portal presentation, and we have a volunteer, Eugenia. Okay, somebody just said they sent me an email, so we'll go to that. We're going to spend about an hour together, the first part just talking about what we're going to cover today, which is sarcopenia, and it is muscle wasting, and we're seeing lots and lots more of it because of statin drugs. It usually starts to happen around 50 or so if you don't get enough exercise or you don't have the right proteins that you need, and we'll be able to look at your voice and see what is really going on. So thank you for being here. So sarcopenia usually includes weakness of the muscles, loss of stamina, and we have a tone box to help with this. It's called BioBody, and it has all 400 of your muscles on it, and I just put it on, leave it on at night. Most people are using it. Do that so that you can go ahead and get your muscles exercised at night without a lot of exercise. Some people can't. Those people in the hospital we use it for. We use it for people who have Parkinson's, who lose their stomach core muscles, and it works very, very well. I'm happy to share this with you. I love it. And so thank you very much for being here. We're going to be talking about muscles, how to keep them up and running, how to keep all the proteins working well. So why would you want to know this information? Well, my rose-colored wish for the world is a bioacoustic center in every community. So you can work with sports teams, professional, or just your local classes, schools. It can help rehabilitate trauma. In Ohio, it's called Bureau of Vocational Rehabilitation. And there's a lot of that we have been able to do when people have been in accidents and strokes. It helps decelerate aging, reverse statin damage, and we follow along with some of Stephanie Seneff's work with that about statins. And you can see some of these on Vimeo, Vimeo, under my name, vimeo.com. There's about 400 lessons there that you can look at, and they're at the beginning level. We also have a portal, soundhealthportal.com, and it has probably 50 or so tutorials there that you can learn to do this on your own. So we have a class 24/7 you can do on your own. You can join us for this kind of class. You can read about this and watch it and learn this on your own. I think we really have a hard road to hoe here with people like Blumen, what was his name? He ran for president, Bloomberg. When he stood up there on the podium and said, the way we're going to balance the budget is to ration medications for old people. Now, we are on a research bent to look at medications and how to give them to people by sound. We have figured out insulin, we figured out gout, we figured out pain. The one I'm working on right now is a form of Viagra, which I really think people will want to know about. And just to tell you, I didn't mean to tell you this tonight, but I'm going to anyway. We've had 3 confirmed cases of COVID, and we've reversed them with sound. If you would like the sounds write to me to Sharry Edwards at Gmail, and I will send you the link. And we also have a tone box. The sound on this CD is a lot less potent, but it does the job. It takes about 3 days to really get rid of all the symptoms. I'm not allowed to say that. We've used it before with COPD and people who have lung problems. So I'll send you that link, but we also have a tone box coming. We found a funder that is willing to take the frequencies we have and put them in a tone box and get them to the public in a very inexpensive way. I tried to get them to do it for free, but they wouldn't. They said they needed to at least break even. But I think that's exciting news. 3 cases. 1, that's not all that big, but 3 cases? Okay, I'm going to look at, well, thank you, Summer. That's great. People are writing in. Well, you will get a recording of this if you'd like. Other people are hearing me, Summer. Kim, can you help Summer be able to hear me more clearly? Liz, I thought one needed a special recorder. You need a microphone that is explained online, Sound Health Portal, and you can leave us vocal prints there or write to me and I will send you instructions for what you need. But everything about the microphone is already online for you. Joan says she can't hear. According to what I'm doing, I am broadcasting here. It's great that you're coming in. That's why we created these free classes for everyone. But all of you can write to me. I try to get to email every day. Yes, I would like you to make the healing tones available for people. We're a little leery about addressing it. We don't know what the government's going to say. Okay, Dennis says he's hearing fine. So the other of you, go back to your invitation and call the helpline. Thank you, Roberta. I needed that. Okay, so it's our hope to help you get enough information so that you can open a bioacoustic center in your community. And that's what this is about, and I'm going to demonstrate all of it for you. So you'll be able to help decrease pain, increase mobility and flexibility, work with local doctors. So we're very happy to be able to bring this to you. And I went backwards instead of forwards. I'm Sharry Edwards. I should have introduced myself. I run the Institute of Bioacoustic Biology and Sound Health. We are in an old schoolhouse in Southern Ohio. We have 9,000 square feet here, including a library. We used to do all the classes here, but it's so much better for people to stay home and do the classes and not have to get on an airplane. So everything that we do, except our very elite professional classes, are done online. There's some classes done one-on-one with me. So we are based on the principle that we put a microphone in front of your face, take a 30-second sample of your voice, and we know that your voice can self-diagnose and reorganize itself using frequency. Someone has their mic open. Please close your mic. And so that's what we do here, help you look at or listen to the frequencies of someone's voice. We've been doing this for 30-some years. It's all computerized now, and it's going to be very, very helpful to a lot of people. There's almost instant reports. I just ask for a specialty subscription to the online workstation today, just for people who want to do this in a very easy way, without really understanding all of what's behind it, which what we teach in class. So this will be a very short, maybe a short class. You'll probably want more as you go along. So we never change things by fighting the existing reality. So that's why we have set up this new system of math as medicine. We don't have a doctor here. We don't have MRIs and x-rays and lab tests. We do it by the numbers. We take a 30-second sample of your voice. We look at the numbers and we say, who else had numbers like this and what did they have? So we can see if you've been poisoned or there's a heart issue. We can look at this as predictive medicine, and we want to share it with all of you, this opportunity of bioacoustic biology. That's why the beginning classes are on your time. We know all of you are busy. There is a microphone that you need, so you can start a new business for about $50. We're going to be working with the portal, Sound Health Portal, and it's the online workstation for everyone. You can do an evaluation of your voice, nano voice, right on the front page, and you can see what Nancy Pelosi's thinking, what Trump's thinking. We've done all of those and trying to follow this as we go along. So it's all there for you. The last project we just did was for the royals. What did Queen Elizabeth think about Diana's death? What does she think about Markle? What's really going on there? Answering a lot of questions, just bringing it all out in the open. I'm a believer that if you talk about it and you bring out the truth needs to rule. Whatever is going on, that's truth and the best for everyone concerned needs to be what happens. So you can look at your politicians, your children, your husband, whoever's talking to you and trying to persuade you. If they are manipulating you, it will show up in their voice. And you need to know who's withholding the truth and who's trying to manipulate you. We've had this nano voice out for 30-some years. Google just filed a patent on the same thing. So we got an uphill climb there. We want this to be free to people. We put this program out for free, and somebody took it and tried to sell it a long time ago. We put it out for free, but they wanted me to change things in it and said, if you're stupid enough to give it away, I'm smart enough to sell it. And if I told you the name of the person, you'd recognize it. So we don't want anybody jumping into this without really knowing what's going on. So we want you to get your toes wet with these beginning classes, and then you'll join us. I'm pretty sure you will, even just for your own health. And we have special classes just for people who want to do this just for their family and not professionally. This is expected to bring in billions of dollars. Billions. Now, you can charge for what we teach you to do. You can do it for free for people. You can have it online for just yourself. We want this to be available. And even though they say it's going to be worth billions, if they are charging you a lot of money for it, it doesn't do you any good at the beginning level. So we want you guys to be able to do this on your own, so we are not under the thumb of big pharma. And they've just increased their prices again, even though Trump tried to get them not to. So this is a way that we can provide what you need through equipment and classes that you do on your own. And one of the biggest things I love about what we're doing online is you can go on and look at our database. And this is one of them. So this is a bioacoustic database that we can look up what the pancreas is doing, what insulin is doing, what the fatty, in this case, it's somebody who has diabetes, and it's the fatty liver, not the pancreas, it's the fatty liver. And We have over 300 databases, and we're adding to it every day. And that's what we share with you online. So you'll get to see all the distribution of everything that is going on. And you can click on these little dots. This is static, but it'll tell you what that little dot is. What's in the middle is the most urgent. It's what you have the least of. And on the outside is what you have the most of. So we did have something called Guardians of the People. We're going to reinstitute that. So if you guys would like to join us in that, please let us know. We will supply you information, marketing materials, textbooks. Here's some of the, I can't grab that right now, but you'll be able to watch this. We're going to put it up probably tomorrow, and you'll get those downloads. They give you 2 free softwares just to play with and look at. And when you sign up for the portal, they give you 2 weeks free just to get you used to it and to make sure this is really what you want without having to put out a lot of money on it. So bioacoustically speaking, people with similar wellness issues produce similar, if not identical, vocal anomalies. In the last few days, I've been doing people who have taken prints of people who have gout. And sure enough, they fit right into this magic math matrix that we have for gout. So that's how we're doing it, just with the numbers. This is not considered medical. We went to the FDA, and they said, this is not medical, go away. I asked them if they would put that on paper, and of course they wouldn't. But math is not medical. And that's where we're coming from. That's what we want to share with you. Some of the software associated with muscle integrity, these are some of the things we use. So you come in, you give a 30-second sample, and the computer will say, well, it's your voice that's, the muscles are low. We need to provide you frequencies that will help your voice get better or help you swallow. Or tell us what Krebs cycle part, that's the energy part of the body. You've been on statins, how do we undo that damage? Muscle complex, this is about the biochemistry of your muscles, activin and dystrophin and those kinds of things. Is cholesterol part of the problem? Do you have allergies? Do you have too much iron? They'll give you the muscle master software when you come in so you can practice on that. Also maintenance and repair, and that's an incredible one for connective tissue. It deals with trauma, injuries, so be sure and add that one to your stash. It's an important one. We are trying to bring bioacoustics to life, helping people, doing classes, and we've been doing the Guardian since 2018. We're going to start it again in 2021. If any of you would like to be a part of those groups, please let me know. So we have software. This is part of what we're going to be giving away today, and it has to have a PC with it. It doesn't work on Apple, but Apple will work on our portal. So this is part of what we're going to give away, and it gives you information about the status of your muscles. Are they weak or strong? Too strong can cause a problem as quickly as too weak. So this is what they give you for free when you begin to be part of the portal. And this is the kind of information it gives you, that the extensor carpi radialis longus of the wrist is too high. So it will either be painful or stiff. It tells you when something is high or low. It's probably one side or the other, or it's just an unbalanced frequency. And we tell you how to set up your formulations to give people the frequencies that entrain their brain. Think of the brain as a central processing unit. Everything happens there as a frequency, and it's sent on the neural network down through the body to make something happen, to grasp something, to pick up, to crook your finger. And we're able to look at that, and we've proved it again and again that we are correct. in what's going on. And on our site, there are a kid that crushed his legs and another one that got his leg torn off in a motorcycle accident. So you'll be able to see those. There is a video that you can download for free. It's called Miracles of Non-Medicine. And these people, these clients are on there talking about their story. And that was professionally done. I think we paid about $12,000 to have that done. And we're providing it to you for free because we think you ought to know that this is available and you don't have to depend on people who are trying to rip you off. It gives you information about what is going on. Like in this case, a number 5, this should be circled here. 5 means a D sharp. And what are the muscles that are a D sharp? What is in stress here? And this is the liver. Also, there are a lot of materials like this, graphs, what they mean, flyers that come with your class. How does this work? Well, the vocal cords go through the recurrent laryngeal nerve, which is part of the parasympathetic nerve bundle, and that's what keeps you in stasis. So the vocal cords, as the parasympathetic nerve, is trying to keep everything moving and going and keeping up and running, and it vibrates the vocal cords, and the vocal cords tell us something about you. Think of a young man going through puberty. His voice changes in response to hormones. We figured out what that was and then extrapolated, and now we can have figured out what a lot of muscles and proteins and genes and stem cells are and what we can do about it. And we have had success in many areas, and there's many people following us. MIT is doing vocal profiling work, Mayo Clinic. We express ourselves differently, though. They do it in medical terms. We do it in terms of frequencies. How's your voice like somebody else's? And we've been collecting these for 30 years. So it's math as medicine. So we do 2 different kinds, one called a nano voice, which shows you notes, and one by frequency, and that's this yellow one. This is the most accurate one for wellness issues. The note one is the most accurate for personality. You can see where someone is coming from. When Obama was talking about that young man that got beheaded, he was right off the golf course and his whole voice was yellow. And yellow in the voice would be, they're all in their head. So he was talking about this horrendous thing, this kid being beheaded, you probably saw on the news. And he was keeping it intellectual, and you were able to see that in the vocal print. The state of your health can be found in the sound of your voice. For instance, if we look at people who have cancer, we're looking at calcitonin, catalase, and the frequency of vitamin A. And in that, almost every cancer person has those notes in stress, and we've been able to help the body reverse the cancer. We don't cure it, we help the body reverse it, and we look at their Krebs cycle, which is one of the most interesting databases that we have. The other 2 that you can go look at, Corona and Gravity. One of them is about the coronavirus, one of them is about 5G, and they're there for you to use. They're causing the same kind of problem in the body with iron. And we've put out several different articles on that on our site, Sound Health Options. We are in the Duke Encyclopedia of New Medicine as the developer, as the pioneer of this. There are some people who come after us and claim this, and they weren't even born when we started doing this. So the goal of why we're doing this is to support people in need, your family. And like I said, how much stress is it going to relieve when we get to put out there that we have had reversals of confirmed coronavirus? What's the government going to do about that? We just need to figure out how to get it to people. We want to train those of you who want to go in this for real. We want to gather data, and we want to put the hands, the dominion of your health back into your hands. This is Russ Rudy. He's a doctor. They told him to go home and die. He had MS. We were able to give him the frequencies for his nerves, for his legs. And I thought we had the labs here. We were able to help him recruit and regrow his nerves from his waist down. That's impossible. He came to us on a scooter. He's now walking. I've lost touch with him. Here's another one. This guy, Bob Bethel, he's an attorney. He's an engineer. And he came to us kind of dragging his leg. He had had an accident. And he said, if you can get me up and running on the tennis court again, because I want to coach, I'll come work for you forever. Well, he decided after about 3 years of being well and wonderful that he was going to go out on his own. So we hope that in the near future, we can train enough people, train enough trainers so that we can create an environment that allows everybody to have optimal dominion over their own health. And we hope you become a part of that. So we have a volunteer, and we are going to go to the Sound Health portal. Let me see if I can drag this down. Sound Health portal. Kim, can you see that? Okay, and we have somebody who said they sent me a vocal print. We can take it on the air because we have the right kind of equipment. I'm just having a problem getting there for the moment without okay. And now, okay, this is not what I need. This is what you filled out online. I would have to make this into something different. So we're going to take it online. I'm going to send you a phone number, and you call the phone number, and we will do this right on the air. So just a minute. There's so many emails here. Send chat message. Send it privately. Okay, I'm sending you the phone number so you can call me and give me a vocal print. In the meantime, I will open, or I'll answer chat. Hi, this is my first time here and I'm so excited. That's from Summer. That's great. Summer said I didn't send one specifically. Okay, I thought one needs special recorder. You can use a special phone called a Voice Station 300. It's called a Polycom, or a microphone that's a Samson, and that's listed on our site. It's also listed on our site, Sound Health Options, under clinical services. It gives you what microphone you need. Yes, Kimberly, thank you. Okay, I'm expecting this call. Eugenia, please give me a call here. Yeah, this is my first time. Good. Oh, I'm back to where I was. Is there a problem with you calling me? Okay, that would be great news. I can hear you also. I'm fine. Well, I love that philosophy. Does a BioBuddy tone box require listeners to use headphones? No, you can use it on a speaker. You can't put it on other headphones because we have special low frequency sound. Okay, Roberta or Kim, we don't seem to have our person calling in, and I can't see why. Let me see if I can go open his vocal print staff. Okay. I'm trying to open your mic and it's not working.
Okay, Sherry, can you hear me?
Yes, who's this?
Yes, finally. This is Eugenia. I sent the recording, but it seems like I didn't get the phone number to call you, and so here I am.
Okay, we are going to open something called Audacity and take your vocal. Okay, I don't know if we can do it this way, but we'll try it. So tell us what you want us to look at. You're going to talk 30 seconds. Here's the timer up here. And we're just doing this online for entertainment purposes. I should legally tell you that. But I'm going to hit the red button. We give you a booklet, BioAcoustic Basis, a textbook, tells you how to do any of this. And I'm shortcutting it because we only have so much time together. So I'm going to hit the red button and you start.
Thank you.
Okay? Go.
Correct. Okay, Sherry, this is Eugenia Sarmiento. I reached out to you because I've been having issues about my weight about 6 years, and I seem not to be able to gain any weight, and no matter what I do, and that's the reason I am trying to find out what's going on. And other issues I have is a Raynaud syndrome, but I have no meds. I don't take any meds or any kind. That's the full story that I can share with you tonight. And
okay.
I really appreciate you giving me the time.
Okay, this is not about weight or Raynaud's. This is about sarcopenia. How old are you? I shut off your mic. So sarcopenia is about the muscles deteriorating, and one of the other things we could do here is people lose the ability to lose weight when they get older. We can look at that a little bit, but I'm going to stick with what we're supposed to be doing here, and I'm going to run you through a vocal print that deals with sarcopenia. So I ran over this just with my mouse. I'm going to hit the scissors and cut it out because it's like a dead spot. And now I'm going to export this, export as a wave. And it's waves online. I'm going to save it. You'll need to save it differently each time or it will knock out the old one. So from here, we need to go to the Sound Health Clinic. I don't know why that is there. Let me move it. It's just Google. So spell your name for me, please. I'm going to have to turn your mic back on. Your mic is on. No, it says you have muted your mic. So I'm just going to put Eugenia online because I can't hear what you're saying. Birthday, we need to put that in there to gather data, but when we don't know it, we put in 12-12-12, which tells the computer we don't know. And we don't know where you are, and we think you're female here. And she wants weight. Now the computer will pick things on its own. Cancel, I don't want to leave. And muscle, LM, muscle. Prevent this page from creating dialogue. Okay. cancel. And we need to save and continue. Oh, and everybody has their own cache. It's password protected. This is about $20 a month when you start going. Now, it didn't save anything. I'm going to have to go back. EUGENIA online. And this, every bit of it is step by step. We don't know the region. I'm not going to put in the email. You'll get lots of mail. So I'm going to put on weight, muscles, and Raynaud's, just so we can go back and do this again. Save and continue. I don't want to miss things. So one of the things I love is going and looking at the voice files. So I'm going to pull this off of where we put it, which is Waves Online. This just becomes second nature. All these steps, and we write it out for you, and it's in the textbook. So there you are, and it's going to bring in your vocal print. The first thing it'll tell us is whether or not you have a past, present, or future issue. Now, green is current. There, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 11 those. Predictive, 6. Long term, 3, 6. So your issue is current. So we can look through everything right now and look at, there's some hair loss, which also is thyroid, and we can go look at, oh, that says hearing, sorry. There's something wrong with, and there's 2 issues. Cachexia, the balance, spine, inflammation, so it gives us everything we need to look at long term. But I'm going to look at yours short term, and I'm going to go to BioBundles. In BioBundles, I want to look at metabolism. What is going on with your body that it's causing this weight loss stuff? And fatty liver and lipodemia. Lipodemia lets the fat into the cell but won't let it out. It's usually in a family where there's feast or famine, like an Indian culture where they don't get much to eat in the winter. But these 2 things will cause you to gain weight and not lose it. So we would run you through these. Lipodemia, there's the frequencies. Zinc is too low. Melavalent, I can't pronounce that today. Mevalonate, that's cholesterol, and alpha lipoic acid. We would probably ask you to take carnitine and alpha lipoic acid, which would help regulate your sugar and the use of cholesterol and sugar. Zinc is needed to make insulin. Colipase isoform, don't know what that is, but we could look it up quickly. Anybody that's gaining weight around the middle metabolic syndrome will probably have the answer for you. So we would run you through these for your weight issues. Now, in this case, we promise that we're going to use a evaluation, new evaluation, and look at the frequencies, and we're going to look at sarcopenia. Why is your body aging? Why are your proteins aging? These 3 stripes right here are usually brain things, and we're going to ask the computer to pull, it was current, to pull the frequencies that it thinks is out of balance. The notes that are high, you have +1, +2, and +3. You have 1 + 3 right here. Then -1, -2, and -3. +3 is pretty important, and -2 is pretty important. Those frequencies will show up here and show us what you need to do about it. But we want to send you a report. And all of this is online for you guys to be able to use. So I want to look at sarcopenia. I also want to look at insulin resistance and those kinds of things. But this is all stuff you can do on your own, or you can search. You can ask us to do an evaluation for you. You only have 17 hits on sarcopenia, so this is not a big issue for you. But let's go look at lipodemia. Come on, I put a period behind it. So search. Lipodemia, 69 hits. That is a biggie. We would want to dig deeper into that. We could do insulin resistance because your fatty liver is involved. Only 31, so not a biggie. We could look at liver, and liver 90. That's the biggest one there. Liver first and then lipodemia. But we're really looking for sarcopenia. But it doesn't matter what database we're using. It's giving us what is needed. Note of G, which is minerals, note of D, which is liver. So we can look at all of these, and we're not going to get much out of sarcopenia. We can come back to this. But we want to send you a report, and you can do this quickly for any of your clients. You can do all of this by phone. You can have people send you their vocal print. This is supposed to, oh, I forgot to save. This is what comes up for your client that you can send right on the internet. And we have a package called a pastel folder that has all your marketing materials in it for you to use when you take the class. That's your actual vocal print, as you can see. And page 2. Let's see what your ranking is. The ranking is over here. What's the most important? When I can't get it open, you see 1 and 2 here. So in this case, essential fatty acids. You need that to make carnitine work, to make your body deal with insulin and insulin resistance. But it gives you exactly what the ranking is of what you need to know. So I'm going to close that and go back to lipodemia. We might also look at inflammation. So this tells you essential fatty acids you can get at your health food store. And you had lipoic acid in stress. So there is one, carnitine and lipoic acid together, which is to keep your blood sugar regulated. So we can say what was really first for her. I think it's going to be in sync. No, it's autism. Now this doesn't mean brain autism. This is metabolic autism, the way you digest your food and use it. There's NSYNC. This is a bundle of all kinds of weight things. So we did lipo for you, and we did liver, and that seemed to be very high, 90 and 69. So let's do these. Doesn't look like there's a lot of damage to the liver because this is really low. Anything that's below 50, we really don't look at, and below 20 is hit, so we're going to use these. We started with sarcopenia, but the computer led us someplace else. With a fatty liver, you can usually take care of that with herbs, silymarin, milk thistle. So let's run another report here and see what it tells us is our things we need to look at. Now, last time we had 3 pages. Now we have 5 pages. This just gives all of the information about how to look at this, what's high and what's low. And this time it tells us apolipoprotein, which has to do with adiponectin. The only place I've ever found adiponectin for sale was something called tri-metabolic, TRI-metabolic, and you can get that at Amazon. Okay, so these are all ranked 1. There's the essential fatty acids again. This you just bundle and say, let's send it to our client. But let's look at number 2 here, number 2 page. Fructose really low, decreased fat accumulation, bile salts are low, glycogen converts glucose to glycogen for muscle use, glycogen. So this gives us a ranking, and there's a lot of 1 rankings here. And we'd have to go in and look at, like this genome, converts norepinephrine to epinephrine. That's really important for losing weight. Remind me to show you why in a minute. But you can go to this, anything that's underlined in blue, you can go to it and it'll give you a reference of what's going on so you can more understand it. This is from the adrenal and converts norepinephrine to adrenaline. Now we can back up here just a little bit. I'll send this to you. You click here and it will make an evaluation, and this is what we send to you as a PDF. So we just bundle this and send it to you. I'll send it to you after we're off the air if you'll send me your email. Okay, we're going to go back and look at what is going on in your Krebs cycle. We make this map out if you ask us to look at your energy. And right here is norepinephrine. Something in this pathway is not right. There's tryptophan, there's thyroid. We would need to look at that and see where we need to start. We have a clean map for you to use. This is Amy Yasko's map, and there's a real simple book that we send you the link for so you can understand all this. You need to understand it for you before you can understand it for your clients. So the easiest thing to do is just send them a report. Now, if they're in a car accident or something, usually you use this top report because you need a whole brain formula. But being able to give your client a report and a Krebs cycle map will give them a very good place to start. Now, we didn't do any kind of methylation here. We simply looked at the frequency hits, and 36 is your highest. It's in yellow, and it tells us these are the things you need to deal with. Thermogenin, I don't know what that is. Nitric oxide, that helps detox the crud out of your muscles and body. And it's trying to work, it just doesn't have the right frequencies to work. This is part of your detox cycle. Insulin growth factor, glycogen. See, I don't know what this protein is, but it's the lowest low. So we click and it takes us to there and it allows you to look at it. Human pancreatic lipase. If you don't have enough of that, you can buy it at your health food store. It will keep every bit of fat because it doesn't know how to digest it. That's a biggie in your case. I will try to find some pancreatic lipase someplace. But this is what you send your client, and then you send them instructions on what to do with it, and you learn a lot this way. And just looking up this stuff and helping your client through it. Look at that zinc, how low zinc is. That compromises your immune system, compromises your ability to make insulin, so that's good to know. But it only has 4 as a ranking. 5 is a worse ranking. If I was doing this for you, I'd run you through Krebs cycle, and I would run you through adiponectin. Let's go back and see how to do that. Okay, this is your first 2 things. 36 and 27, that's too far away, so I'd only pay attention to what's in the yellow here. That's your priority. I designed this over years, and we just taught the computer to do it all for you. So let's go look at your Krebs cycle, because that energy cycle, that and iron, which we have as gravity, is what keeps you sensitive. It keeps your iron working. It helps protect you from corona, helps protect you from 5G, that we wrote extensive articles about that. 30 things here. So in your Krebs cycle, guanine, that's one of your nucleotides. MSRA, look at how many times that's low. That's your biggie right there. You are not detoxifying. So if we open the map, MSRA is right here, and it is the enzyme that makes methionine work. And methionine helps detox the body. When fat comes in, the body says, I'm too tired to deal with this. I don't know what to deal with it. And it uses it to wrap itself around any kind of toxin or poison or something you should get rid of, especially on the belly. That's usually pesticides. SAMI here is bioavailable methionine. So if you don't have this enzyme, you can jump over here and use the SAMI. Okay, I'm going to open a clean methylation map, and we'll begin to fill it out. I can't do it online here, so I put it over here. And let me put it up on this other thing here. I wish, you have high cholesterol, there's some cholesterol stuff going on too. So we should run you through statins. I'll mark that down too. So this is the map for your energy of your body. So this is the Krebs cycle, energy from cellular perspective. The second one is detox. Third one is how your body uses energy, creates and uses energy, and there's your norepinephrine. This is how the body deals with its DNA, and this is how it deals with incoming resources. So I'm going to go back to your report and start writing these things down. Now, guanine is not on the map. I would have to write it or type it in there. Oncogene protein is on Krebs map, but it will give you the frequencies to make all of it work. MSRA. So I'm going to take this map and go up here. Oh, this one doesn't have MSRA on it. So we'll begin to build this and what you need. Sulfite is high. Sulfite is the bad stuff. It's here, and it means you have trouble with sulfur at a biogenetic level, and you need some bioavailable sulfur, although I'm not allowed to tell you that. Acetyl-CoA, boy, this is an important one. It's over here with your Krebs cycle. Acetyl-CoA, and it requires B5 for it to work, to begin this sequence of building energy out of your cells. Lipoic acid's not on here either, but that's showed up a lot. GABA is here. GABA is right up here. GABA-albutyric acid. It is the precursor for serotonin and dopamine, both of which help regulate weight. DMG, dimethylglycine, that tells me that your body is not detoxifying. You can buy that at your health food store. So this is the kind of thing that you would be doing with your client. Dopamine, so now we've identified which pathway it is. Dopamine's not working well, so your muscles are going to become you'll usually lose control from a nerve perspective. That's where you'd lose the muscles in your stomach. MAO oxidase, that is here, so we know that both of those pathways are in stress. This is easier when you're not doing it on the internet. GTP, guanoside triphosphate. I don't think that's on this map, but it helps use the coenzyme A to produce energy. Okay, zinc, it also says zinc is not on here on this map. Malate dehydrogenase is associated with pyruvate, which when it goes, your muscles get sore really quick. A lot of people with fibromyalgia have pyruvate and stress. And that ages you quickly. Like alpha ketoglutarate, that's on here. We need to get that one fixed because that one is the one associated with, if you don't have this energy up and running, then that's the one that causes cancer. Most of the time, the Krebs cycle is down when people have cancer. The body just doesn't fight it off. Okay, you had dimethylglycine, you now have trimethylglycine, and that again tells me your muscles, your body's not detoxifying. Serotonin, again, we could put another circle there. MTRR, I'll do that one. MTRR, that is right beside that trimethyl and dimethylglycine. So this map, along with the instructions from Amy on how to read this, tells you how to get your body up and running. In your case, methionine. There's pyruvic acid again. AMP, that is part of the Krebs cycle. That's what it produces, ATP. Oh, and there's SUOX. See it right there? SUOX is an inborn trait of not being able to use sulfur. And you need to get some good bioavailable sulfur. It will help you with insulin. Oh, it's already too high. It's not being used. So if you get bioavailable, it has in it what it needs to digest it. Your health food store can help you with this. Your nutritionist. This is what these preliminary reports are for you to take to your people and let them help you. We are not allowed by law to help you. The FAD, that's another one that deals with the enzymes needed for the Krebs cycle. If you don't have the FAD and the NAD, the enzymes won't work and won't make any of this happen. So that you can see that Krebs cycle is really important in aging. It's important in weight loss. It's important in anything your body is doing. It's the powerhouse. It's like inside the cell, there's mitochondria, and you have to burn that to give energy to the cell. And you can go to the health food store and buy Krebs cycle supplements. I like life extension. NAD is especially important. NAD, nicotinic adenosine diphosphate. In your case, can you see you have two problem spots? Getting rid of trash out of the muscles, not being able to use your methionine, and not keeping your Krebs cycle up and running. So there's three good things right there. So I need to save this map. Save as. EUGENIA online. So even though we were doing this for sarcopenia led us to something else. So you need to consider the complaints of your client as well as what they're reporting as a diagnosis. and the computer will lead you where you need to go. Let me check. Again for, wow, love that philosophy. What permissions do you require for me to work with Jill Madsen to incorporate your body? Jill can do this on her own. She's got all the frequencies. She's been thoroughly trained. You and she can do what you need. Also ran the tone boxes to listen with music playing. No problem with music playing at the same time. It's in a different scale. Music is like 100 to 400, and what we're working with is 16 cycles per second or lower. We're running your brain, so it's an entirely different scale, Summer. How long does it take for someone need to listen to BioBody? Boy, some people can feel a difference, especially in their stomach, their core muscles. We call that box fat, the abs. They can feel it almost immediately, and some people it takes a few days. Hi, I'm available for print too. Similar step today. I'm going to buy a microphone. That's great. You can get those from Amazon. I hope to be part of. Great, Angela. That's wonderful. Jump on that free class and see if this is really what you want to do. And there's many tutorials and many videos. We love having people come aboard. We love more for them to take classes and learn to teach. Joan, thank you for agreeing to volunteer. I just didn't see that. Roberta, I was asking for a volunteer. Marjorie says, haven't been able to get my Go mic to record anything. We can go online with you if it's not too difficult, but the better thing is to go to Audacity and ask them. It's their program, it's Audacity, and if your mic isn't recording, there's something wrong there. We can do it. We can try to help you do it, but we can't fix your computer. We can only help you deal with the mic. Why does my tone box shut off every 14 minutes? My program runs. I will go check that. Let me write myself a note. Mather shut off. Okay. I'll go check that and we'll try to get in touch with you tomorrow to see what's going on with it. Lynette. Thank you, Lynette. We love sharing this with people. We think it's going to provide freedom. Keep the money in your pocket. I'm disgusted that you can buy some cancer medications for sheep for $6, and it costs, the same medication costs over $1,000 for a human. I'm disgusted with these people. Require the headphones, we put a binaural beat in it before it comes out. But using a speaker, they're mixed before they come out. A speaker is 5 times as effective, Summer. We have lots of videos. We'll send you, we have 3 videos we just made about how this came about and what's happening. We'll send it to each one of you if you would like. If not, just pitch it and we'll be okay. We're very happy you're with us. Thank you, Eugenia, for sharing. We can go, I'm thinking, to file and say save the chat. Save question and chat log. So we can have that ready for the file. Just go up to file where you see your name. We don't have to do a lot of editing for this one. We'll try to have it up tomorrow with all the supplemental information, catalogs, things, and all that. We certainly appreciate you being here, sharing with us. We hope you get involved. It's just my rose-colored wish for the world that we all have freedom to not have to have a vaccination, to not have to take a pill that we don't want. I'm disgusted at the people in charge who think more of their pocketbook than they do your health. And so you'll hear me preach about that a lot. Renee, good to see you here. I don't know when our next show is. We always have one on Sunday. I don't remember what it is. Richard does a great job. And we'll probably be doing another one on Tuesday. We'll probably rerun the royals and what we see with the royal family. But I am going to be doing Pelosi's voice, Pence's voice. I'm going to be on Sarah Westall's show on the 14th. And that's where we're going to announce a whole lot of new stuff. We will keep you informed, everybody that's here, who gets the drawing. And so watch where we put this on our site, and we'll see you next time.